Many women today would rather read a good book than have sex. Perhaps you've got a stressful job, or struggling with your hormones, or maybe you're looking for a new relationship and want to get yourself ready for a great sex life. Whatever reasons, you're looking for the quick fix that'll get your mojo back before you can say George Clooney. With my top tips to a great sex life, I guarantee you'll be feeling a completely different woman within a week and have banished your libido issues forever within 21 days. For example, did you know that in Africa, nutmeg is called Viagra for women? It's true, and I've lots of great tips for you further in this video. I'm Dr. Shirley MD, and I've been working with women to get their libido and sexual function back through a healthy and natural program for over 15 years. In this presentation, I want to talk to you about all the reasons why women have low libido and what you can do about it. We'll talk about hormones, stress, vitamins, and the right foods used throughout history to boost libido and sexual function. Now let's take a look at some of the common reasons why our libido flags. First of all, psychological causes. This is a big category, as stress, anxiety and depression can all put a damper on our desire. But even before you get to the stage of depression, many women feel less than sexy on a day-to-day basis. We judge ourselves too harshly. We feel the need to be perfect before we will allow ourselves to feel sexy. Too many perfect images online and on TV make us feel unhappy about how we look. We feel fat and pudgy, we haven't shaved our legs or painted our nails, and so we feel unsexy and not ready to release ourselves making love. But here's where you need to get real. Do you think guys really notice if you have polished and primped yourself? Many guys are turned on by earthiness. They get turned on after a game of tennis when you've got sweat under your arms and your hair's a mess, or when you've been on the beach and have sand everywhere. The high standards you are setting for yourself are just that, your own high standards, no one else's. You are judging yourself too harshly. Do you think the world's sexiest women worry about having the perfect body? Many of them don't. But the big difference is they don't care. They feel sexy inside despite their body's shortcomings. So embrace your body, your face, all your imperfections and love them. Sexiness comes from inside, from how you feel. You've got to fall in love with yourself again. And now I've developed audios that can help you with this. For example, turning off that judgmental part of your brain and getting you into a relaxed state and ready for romance. Relationship issues. This is another common reason why libido is low. This tends to affect women more than men in the downstairs department. But you can bet that if you're still secretly seething at your partner about something that happened last week, you're not likely to want to have sex with them, and that's a fact. Our next category is stress, overwork and exhaustion. The same old chestnuts that keep coming up when we look at the causes of so many health problems today. And we still don't take them seriously enough. How many of us get enough sleep every night? How many of us take the time to relax properly and de-stress? Oh yes, we'll get around to it someday, but in the meantime, we're putting other problems ahead of our own health. Right up until our body crashes and lets us know it's not going to put up with it any longer. Chronic medical diseases, diabetes, high blood pressure and heart disease all take their toll on our libido. Not to mention the side effects of all the medications. It's not that unusual these days to see someone on half a dozen different drugs, and there are bound to be problems with the interactions between these. And that's definitely not good for libido. By keeping healthy and these diseases at bay, you're giving yourself the best chance of a great libido. And pelvic problems. Both men and women suffer when we have health issues in our nether regions. Whether it's prostate problems or endometriosis, we know that something is wrong and the old libido suffers just as much. So get these problems sorted out. I can give you more information about endometriosis and polycystic ovaries and fibroids that will help you get on top of these health problems. And imbalanced hormones. Special times in our life cycle, like post-pregnancy and menopause, come with hormone imbalances. Low testosterone really dampens our libido. Low progesterone can make us feel anxious and irritable. And imbalanced estrogens can make us put on weight and feel sluggish. In this slide, you can see that all our sex hormones are made from cholesterol. Anything that reduces cholesterol too much will affect our ability to make hormones. This is why I don't put people on cholesterol medication unless it's absolutely necessary, and that's rare these days. Cholesterol is the same chemical that vitamin D is made from, so it's a very important molecule. You can see that from cholesterol we make DHEA, an energy hormone, cortisol, our stress hormone, progesterone, testosterone, and estrogen. Enzymes help these pathways produce all the hormones we need, but anything that blocks these pathways, like toxins or nutrient deficiencies, and we can get high levels of some hormones and low levels of others. This is one way to get imbalanced hormones. For example, we can get a high testosterone because the testosterone is blocked from becoming estrogens. Or we can get a low progesterone because progesterone is being blocked from being made from pregnenolone. We can also get low testosterone and imbalanced estrogens because we cannot convert them from DHEA. There are actually 3 types of estrogen, and we can get imbalanced estrogens like low levels of healthy ones and high levels of the not so good estrogens. Now we can balance up these hormones with hormone replacement therapy or bioidentical hormones, but how about boosting our own hormone production? We need the building blocks of these hormones, which are vitamins and minerals like zinc, magnesium, iodine, B vitamins, and the very important vitamin D. And where do we get these building blocks? From our food, from sunlight, and sometimes from supplements. Food is so much more important than just giving us energy. We need all the great nutrients to make our hormones, so it's absolutely vital to eat fresh, real food so we can make great hormones. And that's one of the reasons veggies are so important, not just for fibre, but for the wonderful vitamins and minerals we need. Now, history is full of advice about which foods help with our libido, such as oysters, because they are so full of zinc, which we need to make all of our sex hormones like estrogen and progesterone and testosterone. The Romans also used celery in the wedding ceremonies to signify fertility and libido. So your greens are vitally important to get your libido going. But with all that we've talked about, it supposes that our liver is working well. Too many of us have a sluggish liver clogged with toxins from food, alcohol, chemicals in our home, cosmetics and pollution. So you need to get your liver working again so you can get rid of toxins every single day. And constipation is the enemy of good detoxification. So poor gut health can also cause a build-up of noxious toxins. And dehydration can also be a big factor in constipation. So getting your veggies, getting your fibre and getting your fluids are all really important factors that will improve your libido too. Let's talk about exercise. Too many women are exercising like crazy and getting nothing for it but bad knees and a bust Achilles tendon. So you need to do the right exercise in the right amount and not overdo it. And I can give you more information about how to do this correctly. Particularly, a lot of women exercise to try and lose weight, but without doing the correct form of exercise, you're not going to get the weight loss that you desire. And don't forget about our most important sexual organ, the brain. It's actually the brain that really gets our libido going. It's mainly the brain chemicals, dopamine and oxytocin, actually working together that makes us feel sensual and loved. First of all, dopamine. When we meet someone new and become interested in them, we get a rush of dopamine in our brain. This is a chemical that's released at nerve endings and sends signals to other nerve cells to get a reaction. For this reason, it's called a neurotransmitter. It transmits messages to get a response. So this rush of dopamine gives us a sense of pleasure, of lightheadedness, of rapid pulse and more energy. At the same time, we're spending a lot of time with that person, involving a lot of cuddling and physical contact. And this releases oxytocin from the hypothalamus in the brain. Oxytocin is sometimes called the love hormone because the more cuddling and affection you get, the more oxytocin your brain makes. It's also involved in sexual arousal. So the combination of oxytocin and feelings of love, along with dopamine rewarding us, keeping us addicted to spending time with the person, doing lots of cuddling and kissing, and obviously having lots of sex too. This bonding cements the relationship and promotes feelings of love for the other person. Oxytocin is also produced when mothers bond with their babies. So it's very important as the love hormone. Now during sex we get a big blast of dopamine, and this is greatest in the lead up to orgasm. Dopamine immediately then drops off at the point of orgasm and we get a flood of oxytocin from the brain. And this happens in both men and women. Oxytocin produces feelings of contentment, calmness and security, and reduces feelings of anxiety and fear. So it gives us that warm afterglow. Now, as you can see, our libidos are controlled by many interacting hormones and chemicals. We need to produce those substances in good quantities to make it all work. But where do we get the building blocks for these chemicals? From our food. Poor food means poor hormone levels, and that means a sluggish libido. It's common sense, isn't it? Meanwhile, smoking, too much alcohol and party drugs can also dampen our enthusiasm for sex. This whole talk might seem a long list, but there are some common threads. Sort out your diet, get your whole body working at peak performance again, and lo and behold, the old libido will start rearing its head again, much to your surprise and delight and that of your partners. Now you might think this sounds really hard and boring. She's going to tell me to give up everything I like and life won't be worth living. Like the old saying, if you make these changes, you won't live until you're 150. It'll just seem like it. Well, nothing could be further from the truth. You see, I like fun just as much as the next person. So I wouldn't be interested in doing anything that stood in the way of a good time. But what you'll find is that you'll feel much better with just a few changes, and you'll want to do more. You'll be interested in finding out what the different foods can do for you. You'll crave more information and you'll crave more results. And I believe you can have a little bit of any type of food now and again. As the saying goes, a little of what you fancy does you good. As long as you don't fill your diet with rubbish on a daily basis, you'll be able to indulge on those special occasions and enjoy it without feeling guilty and without worrying that there'll be a day of reckoning afterwards. And even if there is, I'll show you how to detox quickly and easily after a big party or celebration. Now, I'm not just talking to the young people here, because I don't believe that getting older means that you have to give up and accept slowing down, getting a mobile and spending all day watching, which you used to do all day, instead of doing it yourself. I don't intend to take getting older lying down, and I don't want that for you either. I intend to grow old disgracefully, staying fit and healthy, mobile and active, if you know what I mean. And I want you to be able to enjoy that too. So, to put all this information together would be quite a bit of work for the average person. But I've put all the facts, knowledge and know-how that you need into one place to make it easy for you. I've done the work so you don't have to. You know, I feel really sad that people are being given the wrong information. There is so much advice out there that's really just marketing for various products. So don't believe everything you hear on TV and read online. That's why I've put this program together, to give people real advice about what's healthy to eat to boost your brain chemistry, balance your hormones and bust out your libido from the prison it's been trapped in for so long. Cleopatra was known as a great lover, so she knew a thing or two about keeping her libido in prime condition. She seduced the most powerful men in her world, having a child with Caesar and a bittersweet love affair with Roman general Mark Antony. Her servants provided her with the best aphrodisiac foods available, such as figs and dates, and including aromatic herbs and exotic spices. She bathed daily in honey and ass's milk, well known for its healthy and rich omega-3 oils. So I've dedicated Cleopatras Secret in her honour as a great role model and icon of female sexuality. Cleopatra's Boost Your Libido program is a super easy to follow systematic nutrition and lifestyle plan that provides women with custom advice and tools to help revitalise your libido. There are eating plans, simple exercise advice, over 50 videos, audios and recommendations which constitute a one-stop shop for all things libido. Learn which herbs and spices have been used for thousands of years to boost your hormones. Discover which simple exercise you can do to boost your metabolism. And listen to a daily audio which will have you grabbing your partner by the scruff of the neck and dragging him into bed. As a doctor, I'm not allowed to provide testimonials, but I have helped so many women get back their mojo that I want everyone to be able to access this program. Remember, this is not a magic pill or a fad celebrity program, but a scientific system based on evidence-based medicine and research. But it's only for women who are ready to put aside the gimmick answers in order to follow a step-by-step program that will consistently help you adopt a healthier lifestyle and gain back your mojo. You'll have the complete Cleopatra's Secret system with 2 physical books sent right to your doorstep, plus gain access to the essential green digital version, which is immediately accessible as soon as you sign up. Remember, it doesn't matter what age you are or your situation. This program will help you get back on the right track to a healthy sex life in no time at all. We're all here to support you every step of the way. With this system, you'll be able to access our email support to find out more or book an online appointment with Dr. Shirley. you can get access to the entire Cleopatras Secret, including our customer support, by clicking the card below to get you started. I want to see women live life to the full, and at such great value, you'd be crazy not to take advantage of this offer. So click now to book your spot before we run out.